his height. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Jacks up a three. Taken away. 1 second separating the shot clock and game. And slam dunk by Butler.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
From deep, Jordan, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's Chicago up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Butler teams with Dunleavy on the perimeter. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Rose in at the point. And that's the good for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Bulls shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good, Jordan. Here is Rose. Pass to Gasol. It's deflected. Chicago leading. From deep, Jordan. Good. Michael Jordan's got 35 in the game.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Gasol passes to Butler. Shot from the inbound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Misses the layup. And 3 from Jordan. But they recover it. Here's Rodman. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Bulls have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Rodman. Chicago with the ball. They trail by 7. Rose goes in. It's blocked.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
There we go. That was your Lovables. Give him a hand. Come on, Chicago.
Let's go.
Here's Dunleavy. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change Chicago on defense. And the Bulls with another miss.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Gibson with the screen on Harper. Rose goes in. Here's Gibson. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and you've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Well, it's gone back and forth for a while here, but they're really starting to push out. They're looking good right now.
Rose against Harper. Rose dishes to Gasol. That one goes. Count.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
It's Pippen with the drive, and that one's good. Pippen's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Harper against Rose. He dishes it to Butler. Here's Gasol. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now.
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there. Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Moore subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Gibson the screen. Moore outside. Here's Gasol. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Joakim Noah is checked in for Chicago. Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. To the wing right side. Mirotic has the open look. And again, Chicago. No good.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's giving them control of this game.
Bulls trail by 10. 141 left in the third. Noah with a screen for Mirotic. Gasol a screen. 4 on the clock. And that one comes up a bit short. Chicago with the ball. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Jordan has given him lots of trouble. He's got 39 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
Brooks checked in for Derrick Rose. Kukoc, he's checked in for Chicago. So it's Chicago now, a 12-point game. Chicago calls timeout. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. And that is good. Jordan's got 43 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Bulls trail by 9.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
We got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Stolen by Noah. And Moore kicks to Brooks. He feeds it to Gasol. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's Mirotic. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Bulls lead by 5. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Bulls leading by 5. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Pippen is out there with Kukoc. Then it's Rodman. Then it's Michael Jordan. And it's Harper in at the point. Gasol with the steal.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And Holiday kicks to Rose. Passes to Gasol. Fades. Misses off the left iron.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Pippen can't hit.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
And Holiday kicks to Rose. No good with the triple. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough. And sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
The Bulls leading by 5. Looking to end his cold spell. Again, the miss by Pippen.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Offensive rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you play and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told his players, guys, we're letting opportunities slip away in transition. Let's push it up the floor, look to score some points in early offense. Kevin, can they pick up the tempo?
What a game for Rose. He's got 10 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up,
Right,
looking
now,
to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
And the first one at the line is good. He doesn't get the second one. The Bulls leading by 6. And here's Jordan outside. Rebounded by Rose. Kicks to Butler. Gibson with the screen on Harper. And Butler, here we go. And there's the whistle. Foul hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And he makes the first.